Okay, welcome back. We have episode 3 of the Bickering Podcast, and today we have Chase Miller from last week.
Hello.
International jet setter. Yeah. And we have one of our most pristine writers at the Bickering Press, Sif.
Hiya. Pristine.
Yeah, I don't know.
Clean.
Prestigious.
Prestigious, I think that's the word I was going for, yeah.
I thought prolific, though, you know.
Oh,
Yeah,
prolific.
okay, yeah.
Just for something, you know? like,
Something with PR.
yeah, one of the longest serving writers actually thinking about it now.
Is
Like,
it?
yeah, I think so. Well, one of the most, I'd say it's probably me and then you with the number of articles we got going on.
How did
Yeah,
you?
but I write more words than you. So
yeah,
I should get
exactly.
the word.
Yeah.
How did you find out about him?
He was begging for writers
I was, yeah.
on the internet.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going into like every Facebook group being like, help me out, this is happening here, this is happening there. Like, yeah, it's good. I got some...
Social media works.
yeah, I guess, yeah. No, I got some good pieces from a few people here and there, but yeah, no, so just Sif has been very committed to the journey, I guess. You know,
I'm enjoying
the final
it.
goal. Yeah,
It's fun.
I think it's therapeutic. You know.
Yeah, it is. It's a stress release.
Yeah,
kind
like
of thing over the silly little things in life that you.
yeah,
come
exactly.
across.
Like I've had it where something will be playing on my mind all week, and then I'll just get something out, and then I just stop thinking about it like straight away afterwards, and it's like, oh man, that's like
Yeah.
better than spending 60 quid an hour on a therapist or something. You know?
Well, that's it. I mean, I've sorted out religion and politics and all that.
Exactly. Yeah. So
So
what's
washing machine breaking is, the obvious step up.
yeah. Good point. And if God's not going to help you with that, then what is he going to help you with? Because I mean, obviously you've been in the writing game for quite some time now, I'd say.
Yeah, professionally, I suppose, when I first started getting paid, not a lot, by the way, but getting paid in the 90s, early 90s.
Mm-hmm.
It hasn't been consistent, but, I mean,
Yeah.
I suppose it's how I make my living, so,
Yeah.
through various means. But
Yeah.
it was the 90s when I first got paid for my first piece of fiction.
Yeah. And that was a motorcycle magazine, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was AWOL.
Yeah.
It's a bikers magazine that deals with the rallying and customising side of
Oh, okay.
motorcycling. And I basically wrote stories that were very, very loosely based on me and my mates
Okay.
as teenagers running around.
So
Very, very loosely, I might add.
so were you Mad Dog? Were you the guy who inspired Mad Dog?
Well, Mad Dog's a bit of an egotistical idiot. So, yeah.
I'm reserving judgment.
No, I mean, he has got aspects. I mean, there's Mad Dog, who's an egotistical idiot, a typical teenager, knows it all, knows what he wants, and there's Thump, who's a complete moron.
Yeah.
And
So it's all like me and Chase then. you know?
Yeah, well, you can pick which one you want to be.
Yeah.
But I'm an amalgamation of the two.
Right.
I know which one I'm thinking.
Oh, cracking. Yeah, because I was going to say that you said on your website, AWOL stopped printing, didn't they? Sort of like
A long time ago.
Yeah,
Well,
late
unfortunately, it was a great magazine for if you had. It had some great custom bikes, and they got them from all over the country and all over the world. Should I say there was European bikes and American bikes, and it was a great read. And that it was.
Yeah, I think that's one thing that I think is quite lacking at the moment is like it's sort of big fan bases built around very specific topics. Because I think, especially with the whole sort of dying of print media, it's so hard to actually make money if you have a select audience rather than sort of a widespread collective. Because everything comes from ads or sponsored contents, and so you're not going to get enough views on ads if you have a very specific niche, and then you're not going to get much sponsored content because it's not. I don't know. It's not really up there for debate, but it's like.
Do you think it was because it was harder to get a print magazine going?
Oh,
That only
definitely.
a certain amount of people would do it, and then once they'd done it, the people would gravitate towards that.
Definitely.
But
yeah.
now, it takes 10 minutes to set up a website, and then you've got 3 people,
Yeah.
and they've got 3 people, and that website's got 3 people who the magazine would have had all 9 of them.
Yeah,
I
like
don't know if that's true.
no,
And
we
that is what I was going to say. Is it seems like rather than having like a central authority that kind of pulls everybody together, you're getting for like these niches, whatever.
Yeah.
It seems like you have like one YouTuber that covers a topic, and they seem to like whatever their idiosyncrasies are, kind of turn off a lot of people. So they have enough of an audience to make their living, but the topic itself doesn't really And that's kind of what you lose with...
It is, you only need to upset one person and they'll splinter.
Yeah,
and it's easy enough to go, right, I'm setting one up myself, but years ago, I'm setting a magazine up myself. It was a big deal.
Yeah, we were talking about this a little bit on the first podcast with ladies, and it was sort of talking, nowadays, everyone's got a voice.
Ladies is
the band, yeah.
Okay.
Not just, all of them men, by the way.
Not just the women.
Yeah. But yeah, and so like everyone's got a voice nowadays. As you said, it's like you can set up a website in 10 minutes. You know, you can record from your bedroom if you want, you know. And it's just, how do you make your voice heard when everyone's talking and everyone's there at the same time?
The trouble is, a lot of these voices needed muting, though.
Yeah, exactly.
And that was another thing that came with print, was there's a hierarchy of editorial.
Yeah.
You can't just go, I'm writing this, and bang it out there.
Yeah.
Well, you can now, but obviously you go, I'm writing this, and you'd have to pass it through at least one level of editorial where they say, no, can't do this, can't do that, can't do that, you need this, change. But now there's no filters, so a lot of the stuff coming out, I'm not saying all of it, because obviously there's quality
like
in places.
Like the Bickering Press, can I just put a
obviously.
little plug there, you know? Like,
obviously, that's because of the staff you've employed.
Yeah, exactly, you know? Exactly. When there's no sort of filtration process at all in it, then you know you just get heaps and heaps of crap out there, and it's just like, you know, we were talking again about YouTube, and just once people have cracked the algorithm, you know, if they upload daily at a certain time and whatever, then they're going to get the biggest audience. They're the ones that can be projected to go forward. Yeah, regardless of the content. You know,
I mean, I know nothing about this gentleman, so it's that.
Well, this is soon going to be the next venture to Bickering Press, is to start going into YouTube and start creating content on there. But it's like...
And using this, I like that word, algorithm.
The algorithm. Yeah, the algorithm. But it's... So, you know, there's some amazing content creators on YouTube who, you know, put months of work into these projects. It will get like 500 views because YouTube's never going to boost it because, you know, it's not consistent work. It's not out there every day. But it's like, this is why people are doing those vlogs now. It's just, it's something they can do every day. It's something they can get out. But
and you see
stuff's
that,
not edited. It's not like...
Where like even the really popular ones that actually do create very well-made stuff is that they end up having to fill the gap with stuff that they don't really want to do. Yeah. Just so that they're always on the chain.
I see.
Always.
Yeah. So do you think they create substandard stuff just so they don't drop out of
most definitely. Yeah.
Well, how come a lot of this stuff then from YouTube, etc., and that the good stuff doesn't seem to translate to what I would consider mainstream media, like the telly and that kind of? You still get stuff coming straight onto the telly.
Well, I think quite a lot of it now is, if you look at YouTubers, some of the really big ones are getting film deals and TV show appearances and stuff like that. Doesn't mean they're the best ones. It just means they're the most like marketable ones, and it's like they've got fans.
Do they get found out though?
Oh yeah.
I think also though, I think it's hard to compare it to traditional media because a person that's creating something on YouTube, right? They are micromanaging everything in a very small process, whereas if they were going to go on and like direct a movie or something because the person thinks they have talent in it. I mean, that's like man management, you know, setting up large cameras and stuff. It's like a completely different beast, even though the final product may seem similar.
I mean, I don't know.
True.
There are a couple of content creators I follow. One of them was called F&D Films, and they used to put out the odd sketch, you know, here and there. A couple of them got really famous, and so they were pushed into YouTube's like spotlight for a little bit. So that's when I followed them there, and then they sort of realized, let's actually do what we want to do, but make it less frequent. And then, you know, YouTube sort of gave up on them a little bit. But then with sort of skills they'd learned, and they went on to do like the Sundance Film Festival and stuff like that. And it was sort of, then they sort of changed it into a behind the scenes thing there in like the films they did actually do. So I get it can sort of project people into getting these sort of film roles, and it's a good practicing ground. But yeah, I mean, people who were already big, then they're just offered more. You know, it's like interest at your bank, isn't it? You know, if you have a load of money, you get more money than someone who doesn't have any money. You know,
one thing you've got to take the hats off to them is they're doing it.
Yeah.
Even if it is only on a YouTube level, they're still doing it. So if opportunities come from other areas for them, they're the kind of people who will.
Yeah.
capitalise on
work ethic too.
Yeah, exactly. And it's a good flag for people looking.
Yeah.
For people with a work ethic, they go, well, if they've done 600 hours of video here, I mean, it's not all perfect, but they've grafted.
Shown up every single day.
Exactly.
That's something that
they absolutely didn't have to either.
All at one point, they were all starting on the same level. So, whether it be a stroke of luck, one video that goes big, whatever, it's all got to take your hat off to them. They luck or skill, they got there somehow, didn't they?
It is true, but having said that, also, you could have produced 600 hours of utter crap.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
I mean, there's that thing that there's a saying that say everyone's got a book in them, don't they?
Yeah.
Well, there's another saying, and I can't just remember who said it, and it's everyone's got a book in them, and some should leave it there.
Yeah, I think I've heard that, yeah.
You will have. It's quite a famous thing. And you do wonder, and as writers, we've got egos. That's why we write. We think we're important enough for our words to be communicated to everyone else. I mean, maybe the book I wrote should have stayed where it was. I'm not the judge, but in any artistic endeavour, your opinion doesn't really matter.
No.
And if you let your opinion matter, you'll do nothing. Because you always get too close to the...
Yeah, I definitely. I think you got to be proud of what you do, but you can't take it too seriously, I feel. Like, if you start going, no, this is what I think and everyone else is wrong, then you become a laughingstock. I mean, you only have to look at what's happening with Daily Mail recently. And some of their headlines are just hilarious, because it is like some kid throwing a strop, just, talking about the whole Brexit campaign. It was like, left wing are making fun of blue passports and blah blah blah, and it was really like people have taken it and re-edited it to what the message should be, and it was like, stop making fun of us, we were doing this for you and all this stuff. And I just think that's one thing. That's one thing that I don't like about mainstream sort of newspapers and media and everything like that, which is actually a good thing for social media and everyone having a platform, is that some people are breaking away from that, because I think there's such a message towards each.
I'm not so sure, because there's a paper for every taste. That's why there's 8 papers. So you can fit in and you can get annoyed about this paper, but go completely on board with this paper. And that's just the same thing. Because they have enough papers to cover enough rants for each section. You go, I read the Daily Mail, I read this, I read that. I say, I don't read a paper. I get all my unbiased opinion, off the BBC.
That's very, very unbiased.
What is the bias in the BBC? Because for people in America,
it depends how
that
you
are sort of
it.
They go, where am I going to get my unbiased world news? And they'll go, I'll get it from the BBC, because when you guys talk about our politics, it's from like an outsider's vantage.
It was. It's not so much
is it
now. There's a definite thing. The British en masse, not all of them, but as a thing, have decided Trump's an idiot.
Right.
Yeah.
I think the world sort of shares in that opinion.
It does. But as far as news is concerned, I want to know what happened. Not your opinion on what happened, or what you think. Just tell me the news.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not interested in your opinion. There's too many celebrity journalists.
I get that.
Robert Peston.
Yeah.
He used to do the financial news on the radio. And he grew his hair, did this, and now he's got an opinion thing, and he shouts at people like Jeremy Paxman, but without the intellect.
I mean, a prime example of that is Katie Hopkins lady. Her whole shtick was, I've got opinions that are unpopular with people.
Shock jock, she was.
Yeah, exactly. And it was like, half the stuff she wrote, you were a bit like, okay, you don't actually think that. You just... Well, maybe she did. Maybe she's absolutely fucked. But, half of the stuff, I remember just reading and just going, you're stretching a bit now. You're stretching for the sort of, the outrage. And
I look at people like, you look at that, what's that jungle thing where they put...
Oh, I'm a Celebrity.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I didn't realise, that they got paid so big.
Oh, yeah.
I believe what I heard once or saw, 75,000 or 750 grand for Nigel Farage to do it. Now, kangaroo testicles are on my menu.
But for 75 grand.
Yeah, someone goes 75 grand, I'd go, that's horrible, I'm leaving.
Yeah, exactly.
Pay me, I'm off. So this Katie Hopkins didn't,
Yeah.
Clarkson, whoever else.
Yeah, I do think it's always
tongue in cheek, and I think some people.
It's always the little guy sort of fighting upwards, isn't it? It's like everyone sort of goes, oh, why did that band sell out, or why did that footballer go there for the money? And it's like, if someone's offering you so much money, like to do something, you would have your head turned. You can't be like, right, I am morally just against this. Like, I think. You don't know until you're in that situation how you're going to react, and I think it's very gallant of everyone who's not in that situation to be like, no, I'm strong moral and all that, but
dude, me when I was 17 would just crucify you for what you're saying right now.
Exactly, but you
your
were
brain
25.
Formed properly.
Yeah, that's true.
But the other thing, if no one wanted to be rich, the lottery would be dried out.
Yeah, exactly. Like,
we all want to get loaded and it's basically the freedom it buys.
Yeah. Yeah, money can't buy happiness, but it can buy freedom, can't it? It can buy.
And you know what? If you're rich and unhappy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's better than being skint and unhappy.
Yeah, exactly.
Money can buy you happiness.
Exactly.
That's a propaganda put around by the rich.
Exactly.
So you don't get any.
Yeah, it's like, oh, look how shit our lives are, but we're eating lobster tonight, and that's brilliant. But yeah,
it buys you the space in your mind to think about grander things.
Well, dude,
right?
You're sure you're not from California?
No,
no,
I'm quite sure.
Okay.
But I mean, you get some money, you don't have to think about paying rent anymore.
Exactly.
You don't have to think about the grocery store. Sorry, you don't have to think about the shops anymore.
It'll be grocery store within 10 years. Don't worry about it.
Yeah. Every time I say the groceries here, people are like,
yeah.
What?
We used to have grocers.
I know, right?
Did.
I thought groceries came from you guys.
Yeah, it will have.
There's a lot, like, soccer came from us, and
yeah.
didn't it? And now we're like, as soon as you say soccer, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing?
I know. I said that to him for the first time, and he just like, you gotta fucking stop.
Yeah, I was like,
you know what I like about it as well? It's the accent, soccer, and that really winds them up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But that was our word initially, wasn't it?
Here's the other thing. It's like, American football shouldn't be called football, right?
No.
Because it should be called like throw ball or touchdown ball or whatever. But
tackle ball.
The thing is like,
tackle ball.
If you say football, everybody thinks you're trying to be. To us, everybody thinks you're trying to be like hip. It's like, you say football.
Oh, right.
You think you're a pretentious little fuck, aren't you?
Yeah. Because
that's like what they think.
Yeah. Okay. So if you're back.
So like when I say football, there's always like a little twinge of me being sort of, I don't know.
Yeah, like
trying to like.
What it is, Chase. Basically, what it boils down to is the intolerance of football fans to anybody.
Anybody else except for the guy cheering next to him.
Yeah, with the same top on.
Yeah.
Who obviously works out a lot. Why do he sell sports equipment in Triple L, XXXL?
Yeah.
Take no notice of football fans. They're not right in the head.
Yeah, I had a friend who used to believe that, like, if you couldn't fit into an athlete's shirt, you shouldn't be wearing it.
Hey, there's a good point.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you can buy the hats, you can buy the scarves, but like, especially like the shirts nowadays are all made with like this stretchy, super whatever material, and like, I don't wear them because I do not have the body for that. And it's, I don't know, it's just. Football's a weird one. Like, I like football, I watch football, but I still in my mind can't. I don't know, I've never felt like fully attached to it like some people are, to the point where it's like, I've seen fights break out over football.
Get away.
Yeah, like,
I won't get to that.
Like two people who support the same team just talking about a player. Just they'll fight about it, which I've been like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, given they were Millwall fans, but like,
I'm not saying anything against Millwall.
They would.
Isn't there a movie made about that? That in West Ham?
Yeah.
What was that movie?
Green Street had Elijah Wood in it.
Yeah, for some reason.
Yeah. And he was like.
Wasn't he an American though?
Yeah, and he like
That's so
he like got famous on the hooligan scene, and it was like everyone knew me as a Yank. They'd heard my accent and instantly know, and it was like, you're the least threatening man.
He did that film to lose the Hobbit.
Yeah.
That's all that was. He'd been like a hobbity for so long, he had to go out and headbutt someone.
Mm-hmm. But even then, everyone's.
Then he went to Sin City and he was a serial killer.
Yeah, but
he did all right.
If he'd gone straight to Sin City, it would have been okay. I think the Green Street was just a bit like,
I'm sorry, come on, lads. Every time you see him, you go Frodo.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, Frodo's
Exactly.
Well, same with Daniel Radcliffe.
Harry Potter, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, although, have you seen Swiss Army Man?
No,
Yeah.
I've been meaning to see that.
Have you seen it? No.
Right, he's the dead body, right?
Oh, could always spoil it for that.
No.
Everybody. That's like the main preview is the guy riding Daniel Radcliffe's body on the waves as like a surfboard.
Anyway, that was the only time halfway through I forgot he was Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was quite good. Yeah. Maybe because the other fella's complete egg case. Like.
Yeah.
Paul Dano.
Yeah, I don't know who he is, but it's a good film.
Yeah. I've been meaning to
I've
see
been wanting to
that.
watch it.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
He's not Frodo anymore.
Harry Potter.
Not Harry Potter anymore.
Yeah, no, he was never Frodo.
God, yeah. Well, that's the thing. Elijah Wood to me is still Frodo. And as we were talking before we started recording, 14 years ago now, Lord of the Rings, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's like, man, I could not do a career like that. Like, where it was just like, well, I could do the career, but
Yeah,
you know.
I'm sure he was paid handsomely.
Yeah, but I don't. Just being typecast in that one role must like absolutely drive you mad.
I tell you what, it's Comic-Con forever though, isn't it?
Yeah, I guess, yeah.
Anyway, back to writing. What were we talking about?
Yeah, well,
Way off in the other direction.
yeah, off on a complete tangent there.
What was it like when I started? Did I have a computer? Yes, I did.
Yeah, and
But it was like an Amiga thing.
Yeah.
And dot matrix printers, they were loud.
so
And then once you'd written it out, it was postage.
yeah, God, that must have cost you a ton.
Pre-internet. Well, no, I was good, mate. Only had to buy one stamp.
Yeah.
Published. No,
Just
it
straight
was
away.
expensive. No, it was expensive, and you had all that kind of thing. And then there was, I mean, at the time, I think the word processing packages were expensive.
Yeah.
The actual, I don't know what was about, but there was always like PC World magazine.
Yeah.
You got a free word processor. Now you can obviously guess how good that was. You know,
Well, I imagine.
spellings were all from Klingon and everything.
Yeah.
It was so it was all very different, but it was still a matter of like you'd be sending 40 stories out at a time, and as you say, the postage just racks up, and then you'd be waiting months.
Yeah.
Whereas I get rejected within the hour nowadays. You know? It's a lot quicker.
Yeah, I was going to say it now. Like, if you want 40 people to see a post, just get them on an email, done straight away.
Oh yeah.
And, as you said, within an hour, within 20 seconds, sometimes you can get rejected. You know,
Exactly.
There's something on Facebook and someone's like, "This is shit." And you're like,
Yeah,
"Okay,
it could
take
ruin
that
your
down." You know, like
The whole day's ruined by 9 o'clock.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a lot harder nowadays, I think is what he's trying to say. But yeah, like, I guess one thing I was going to ask is, like, what made you want to get into writing in the first place? Was it I wanted my voice to be sort of heard, or
No,
was it just something...
I don't think it was that. I don't think it was anything that egotistical, but maybe it was. This is going to sound flippant. I mean, I'd looked at things you can do, you know, to make money.
Okay.
I was always employed at fairly low level jobs like driving jobs, clerical assistant jobs, that kind of thing. And I'd seen, obviously, these people wrote a book. This is in my naivety.
Yeah.
You write a book.
Yeah.
It can't be that hard. And then you get paid for doing that job a long time after you'd finished doing the job. That 20 hours you'd put in writing a book.
yeah.
And you kept getting paid. And that was part of it. But obviously, it actually started, I used to drive a bread van. And when I was on night shift, and when you finished, you used to have to fill a log in to say what had happened. So it was like a little journal.
Yeah.
And there used to be loads of time to kill between then and kind of clocking off. So I just started expanding on it, just because you just write stupid stuff. I'd expand it instead of doing like most of the lads would write four words, and I'd just start off.
Fuck
just
this
kept
fucking
going,
job or something.
Well, it just like made stuff up basically.
Yeah.
Take an incident, blow it out of all proportion, and it ended up with all the brethren coming in on the morning shift would read the log to see what I was doing, and you suddenly start thinking, well, maybe there's something in this. Maybe I've got something here, which sounds terribly egotistical, but I am a writer, so it comes with the territory. And then that's when I decided, I wonder if I can, my days on the bike thing, I know there's magazines out there that run fiction and that kind of thing, so I just made that. And I did write them down initially as truthful stories.
Yeah.
and they were dull.
Yeah.
You know, you look back and you go, actually, that wasn't that heroic or exciting.
Yeah.
So I just took it and blew it out of all proportion. One little thing that may have happened at a rally became the basis of a story that was much more exotic and more expanded, and that's how it started. And luckily, there was an editor. She's called Blue Miller. She's still on a bike magazine now. She went from AWOL to Backstreet Heroes, and then onto this 100% biker. They don't run fiction there, so it's unfortunate. But I'm still in touch with her, and she still lets me like advertise my wares on their website and that kind of thing. And she basically gave me the break, and it started from there. And I'd write them. I would write more than they needed.
Yeah.
And probably of bad quality, but obviously as a fledgling writer, I took that as good. Oh, it'll be all right. I'll write another one. So like, you know, I've got 40 backed up, and they haven't accepted 2 yet. They're ready to go. But again, it was all about. But it was a great feeling to have something accepted. But one of the biggest buzzes I get, if anyone ever. They used to have artists who would do illustrations for the stories, you know, like a cover piece. I love that.
Yeah, some of the artwork I've seen does look amazing.
Exactly, I'd write a story and it'd be half decent, and then someone would do this pitch and I'd be like,
so I was going to say
brilliant, man. I've got poster size of them and everything. No,
I was going to say the picture you've got on the Bickering Press, that's from one of them, isn't it?
Yeah. That's actually Thump. That's a picture of Thump. But the pictures are fantastic. Yeah, absolutely brilliant. The artist Rich King did most of them, and he's phenomenal, the artist.
Yeah.
And that was kind of a buzz for me, getting.
Well, I guess someone getting infused about your creation
is paid.
Like,
but
to actually
paid.
I think.
But he had to read it.
Yeah, exactly. Some guy had to read it, and that's all you need. Exactly. As long as one person reads it, who's not related to you, you're fine. You know, like,
If he'd left a review, it'd have been nice for him.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, I mean, I was going to say, because have you got like an archive of them now, like those stories?
Oh, they're available. I put them all in a book.
Yeah.
This is another thing about back in my day. That sounds terrible. I'm not that old, really, you know. When I was younger, how do I word this?
There's no good way of saying it, really, is it?
30 years ago. It still sounds bad. Obviously, Vanity Publishing was available.
Yeah.
You could pay, but you'd pay big. It was expensive. You wanted to book, and if you wanted editorial costs, that cost, your design cost, it just went up and up and up. And I know people in the past have done it. I mean, I believe Edgar Allan Poe was one. Famous people have done it in the past.
Yeah.
But, you know, when you're not exactly loaded, you're not going to do it. So when Amazon and the ilk came along, that was perfect. It's free.
Yeah, you can self-publish.
Because they don't care. You do all the work, you do all the editorial. Oh, there are services you can pay them for as well. Yeah. But obviously, like me, you just go, I'm not paying for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It can't be that hard.
Yeah.
So you just banging away through it. And it's done, and it doesn't cost me a penny.
Yeah.
It doesn't cost them a penny. It only costs when someone orders one.
Yeah.
Print on demand, bosh, it's gone.
So,
I get my cut, they take their bigger cut.
So you said like all the old stories are archived.
They're all available on Amazon.
What's it called? Drop a little bit of a plug right
The
there.
legend that is Mad Dog Jackson. There will be a link underneath this podcast.
There will be, yeah.
Yes. Oh, pardon me. Yeah, Chase is undecided. Yeah, but he's American, so it don't matter.
I don't know if he'll remember that.
That's why I'm writing it down.
And it's available there, and it's available on a Kindle or paperback. Although the paperback is much sweeter.
Yeah, that is actually one thing I kind of want to bring up as well. Like, I don't know how you guys feel. Like, obviously, a lot of the work I do is online. And
correct.
Everything's through a screen for me at the moment. But I hate reading a Kindle. I absolutely despise it.
Me too.
I need like if I'm reading a book like a novel, I need to have like
you should see my
a physical copy. You know. Sorry?
My audiobook archive is extensive, but I've never read any of them because I just fucking hate it.
Yeah, I know.
Like looking at the screen to read something other than an online article.
Do you not go? I mean, my eyes are knackered now, but I find myself cross-eyed and blacking out, and we're not blacking out. That's how just shut down and out of focus.
Well, I think maybe for me it's because I'm staring at a screen all the time while I'm working that I kind of like to have that sort of thing away. And again, it's like most of entertainment nowadays, video games, YouTube, all of that. Again, it's looking at a screen, so it's kind of like nice to actually give your eyes a rest and
I think it's bad for your shoulders as well because you've got that. Yeah. Whereas with a book, you can literally lean back and that kind of relax, a stretch, put it over there.
Yeah, I just. And that's one thing I enjoy as well is going into bookstores. You know, like I met you in Waterstones today, didn't I?
Right.
And you know, like obviously that's not like one of your old traditional bookstores where the guy's been working there for 70 years. But
don't stock my books. We'll move on.
Well, okay, screw Waterstones right there. You know, like,
we're not meeting there anymore.
But I think as well, that offers up a bit more sort of like. You discover more, I think, if you're actually going into a bookstore and you're finding
I took like 5 pictures of books while I was in there.
Yeah.
Just like picking them up, opening them. I like the cover.
Yeah.
It seems interesting.
I'm lost. Why'd you take a photo of it, mate?
Well, because I don't want to write it down.
Oh, so you're going to buy it later?
Yeah.
You're going to go to the bookshop, take a photo, and then buy it cheap.
Or go to the library.
The library, yeah.
I go to the library almost every day.
No, he actually does. He's one of the few people keeping them alive.
You just take photos of
I have 5 books there right now.
Just takes photos of people in there. Like, it's a really weird hobby. I've had words with him, you know.
I mean, do you do that though? I mean, a Kindle obviously kills the whole thing. I bought books. I buy a lot of books. That sounds pretentious. I don't buy a lot of books. I buy many of the books I buy on the cover.
Yeah.
I'll just look at a cool picture because.
It's definitely the first step for me. So
yeah.
If I don't already know about the book and I'm in a bookstore and like either the binding looks nice, I'll go, oh, that looks interesting. And then you read and you're like, this is fucking terrible.
Yeah, exactly.
Why did somebody write
never
this?
judge a book by its cover, they say.
But you kind of should. Right?
Yeah, I mean,
if they put the time in to have like a nice
you know what the same with people.
All that stuff.
Most of the time, someone looks like a prick. They normally are a prick.
Yeah.
Like, I'm sorry, but it's true.
I saw this New Yorker.
That's a bit shallow.
No. I saw this New Yorker cartoon once, and it was.
Can I grab one of those, by the way?
You can, of course. You want this one?
Yeah.
You Spitfire.
Or did you want a Foster's?
Yeah, I might actually go for a Foster's. You know, sorry to completely interrupt the point.
Just slashing my.
Right there.
Okay.
So there was a cartoon, and it was. I can't remember exactly how they did it, but it was. It showed a very good-looking person who was mean to everybody over time, and they always had this like horrible face fixed on, and then over time, they like when they got older, they turned into this really horrible-looking person. But then, the nice person who was ugly to begin with was always smiling and stuff. So either it's people who are pricks sort of have a prick face on all the time. So when you see them when they're just walking down the street, they just look like pricks, or they're born with a prick's face. And they kind of conform to it's determinism.
Yeah, maybe. Actually, I think
did any of that make sense?
Not a word.
Didn't Roald Dahl have a book like that? It was called like The Twigs or something.
Sorry.
Yeah.
I said New Yorker cartoon because that's the only type.
Yeah, but I remember the illustration. They would. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I know.
Picture of Dorian Gray with that. Is that what you'd say? You
know? No.
It's sort of similar, I guess.
No, it's not really. Is it?
No, because the person, it was like the ugly person is nice all the time. So when they grew older, they looked very genial and nice, and their face was still smiling. But the person that was born gorgeous and beautiful.
I think that's just a fairy tale for ugly people to feel good about themselves.
Sure, but
again, it's the same sort of money doesn't buy.
But I was trying to tie that to it, isn't it?
It does.
Pricks.
Yeah, it does.
Pricks are either born looking like assholes, and then they sort of conform to it. Cause
This is so biologically wrong. Where is this going?
I don't think it's all together.
No. I'm just talking about if you see like somewhere in like. I don't know, the Kanye shades and fucking like, you know what I mean? Like the typical like frat bro.
I think the one
guy, you know, like. Then you can tell he's probably gonna be a dick. Like,
okay, we all know guys that sort of just look like they're rapists.
Yeah, exactly.
Generally, they're sort of dickheads.
Yeah, exactly. You know? Like even if they're not rapists, they are probably dickheads.
They kind of look like it.
What does a rapist look like? Sorry, so just in case I'm on the way.
I wouldn't be able to describe it. It's just their whole demeanor. You know, it's like I'm gonna assault somebody at some point.
Yeah, like. You're not sure if they're gonna like hug you, fuck you, or kill you. Like it's exactly. Like
This is edited, isn't it?
Yeah. It's edited. You know?
I don't think that was altogether that bad.
It's not. It's. I don't know. I said I'm the one editing it, so I get the final say anyway, don't I? Like,
we'll just leave him saying rapist. Just at the back.
I was calling a man a rapist. It's
or just take like.
Oh yeah. All right. That's all right.
Or just take like clips of him speaking, so it's like I look like. You know, that could be the one. Tarnish a person. Like, straight up.
Yeah, but I mean, it's always dangerous to judge anyone by the looks of anything, obviously, isn't it? I mean, you all know the halo effect where we all think, you know, good-looking people are fantastic just because they're good-looking. And generally, they know they're good-looking, so it already gives them a black mark, doesn't it? Because they're going to act.
But see, again, I think that's kind of like, it's a vicious circle. Like, if someone knows they're good-looking, they know they can get away with something, which... reinforces it.
But there's also, I suppose, there's people who know they're good looking and go, okay, well, I'm just going to override it by being better than that.
Yeah.
And they understand, I mean, good looks literally are what? How old are you two? You both passed it, haven't you?
Oh, completely.
You two can't trade on looks anymore. If ever you could.
I don't know. When I was 19, I was okay.
I honestly can't tell if you insulted both of us or you were giving us a compliment.
No, that's an insult, mate.
Yeah, okay. that's a full-on insult, right?
Yeah.
No, I think I started going grey when I was 19, and I think that was just the end. I just went, okay, I give up. I'm done. Oh, dude.
Oh, don't be that hard on yourself. I think, honestly, in like 10 years, it's probably going to be attractive to women, right?
Yeah. So I got 10 years of shit.
Adam like the street.
No, it's not.
No.
Aww.
I know. It's...
Salt and pepper.
Yeah, is that? Yeah.
Salt and pepper.
Salt and pepper, yeah, that's what they call it, isn't it? Yeah, shit.
No.
I just call it shit.
Yeah, it's old, mate. That's
exactly. I think this is why I started the Bickering Press early, to get in my sort of just anger of falling to pieces.
You're gonna hit middle age of full stride.
Oh,
right?
completely.
Well, as fast as you can.
Yeah, exactly. It is. I'm gonna stumble towards there, waddle even at points, and then when I'm there,
and then you're gonna own it.
Yeah, when I'm there, I'm gonna kill it. I'm gonna absolutely love it. And then I'm just going to die.
You're not going to love it, but you'll be there.
You're going to that's it.
Yeah, exactly. I'll be there and I'll sort of forget I'm there sometimes, and then it will hit me really hard in the face. Yeah, it'll be gone. You know, like, wow, that's a good future to look forward to.
That's the only one you've got.
Yeah, exactly.
Thing is, what about you lads, and what is your writing? Looks like I'm taking over the interview here.
We'll go for it, yeah.
Sorry, he is interviewing you.
Yeah. Well, Well, you're his mate, so I consider you...
I'm host,
I'm
but
the color commentator, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm the one with the catchy stories about...
Yeah, like I'm... I'll
you
go
should have the sound effects button, shouldn't you?
I know, right?
Claxtons and all that.
Well, once we start getting sponsored, then we might be able to get one of those in. You know, like...
The York and the Lobster. The Yank, sorry. Yeah.
All right, we'll pick on Adam then. Where are you taking the Bickering Press? What's your vision?
My vision for it is... I want it to become a brand in itself, like the whole idea of Bickering, that whole rant atmosphere to it. I want that to be multiple forms of media. You know, it's why I started a podcast. It's why we're going to start doing stuff on YouTube. And I do want the writing to continue, because I don't want that to die out at all. Because I do think a lot of written word now is going. Because again, with the rise of the internet and everything like that, people are sort of going more towards videos and quick
long form writing.
And I don't know. My vision for it is just to create a place that's funny and, you know, stress relieving and sort of, and I guess provocative. But yeah, I mean, as I said, I'm doing YouTube because it seems like what I need to do to grow the brand. You know, so my initial love is writing. That's what I like doing. I sort of feel I don't know, because you can tell a joke, but as soon as someone says that same joke in a different way, it's not funny. Whereas I think if it's written down and it's funny, there's only one way that you're reading that, you know. And so that's why I think it's a lot more powerful. I don't know.
The thing is, you can never go away from writing, can you? Because you're gonna have to get a product that's half decent. You have to choreograph it at some level, so you won't be stopping writing. You may stop displaying the written word.
Yeah.
But you'll still be writing in the background of that, surely.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like, Yeah, I mean, some things are obviously going to be scripted. I mean, obviously, this isn't scripted unless you guys are.
I wrote mine before it came out.
It's just by chance that we're going along with it. You know it so well.
Definitely everything I said.
You're only young. I'm controlling you.
Jedi mind tricks coming in. Yeah, exactly. You know, there's always going to be some sort of creative element to it. You know, and there's always going to be my voice coming through in the work I do, whether that be writing, whether that be film, podcast, whatever. And that's the thing, what I want it to eventually be is just a brand in itself. So not just, here's this person, all writing for one thing. I want that brand to be sort of like all-encompassing of everything.
Mm-hmm.
But again, from what we were talking about earlier with like newspapers and everything like that, I don't want there to be like this overriding message to the magazine by itself. I want people to go there for each person. Yeah. You know, like if people like the way you write, if people like the way I write, people like the way you write, they'll go there for that and then hopefully find out more that's in there. And you know, I say it's still relatively early days.
No, people do it all the time, mate. I mean, it's a way to put it bluntly, to turn coin, isn't it?
Yeah.
I mean, and there's nothing better than getting paid for what you want to do.
Yeah, exactly. Just if I could get paid a little bit more for what I do, that'd be great. You know, like.
Trouble is, you're in that many fish little pond kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to be a professional footballer, you want to be a professional musician, you want to be a professional artist, writer, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
There's in the normal world, there's 400 people going for a job.
Yeah, exactly.
You're in a world where it's 40,000 people going for a job.
Yeah, tell me about it.
So it's gonna be graft, but you only need to take a little section, a little proportion.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Plus, then you see, in the industry you're in, people will notice you.
Yeah.
And you might not be taking Bickering Press with you, but someone might come in and go, I tell you what, Adam, we need a bit of help on this.
Yeah.
You lot are the man for us. And that's when you leave me and Chase in the street starving.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Drive by in my limousine and chuck a $5 out the window,
what
you know?
he's doing about now, isn't it?
Oh,
Yeah.
A little bit. I know, I gave you some bread earlier, didn't I, Chase?
Literally one slice.
Oh, he's
one
had
slice
bread.
of bread.
Oh, he's literally had some bread.
I didn't even get to toast it, dude.
Well, you were the one who put the toaster up.
I put it in the toaster, but we had to leave before it got fully
Oh,
toasted.
come on, I was not rushing you out the door there.
I can't believe
You just stood there like, come on. Like.
You literally did tap your watch.
Did I?
Yeah, that's why I was making fun of your watch earlier.
Well, yeah, you know
I
what?
didn't even get the bread.
Guys, I can go make us some toast if you want. You know, just like
you want one of these?
No,
liquid bread.
No, I want cash.
the final half hour could just be us eating bread if you want. Like that. No, it wouldn't make for some great listening. You know,
You'll have to start filming then.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so I mean, it could lead anywhere, couldn't it?
Yeah, and it's the same with any creative venture. I think it's just it takes one or two things to start getting noticed by the right people, and then you can start making strides. You know, any musician most musicians get picked up on like one or two songs, and then that's suddenly when they're picked up, moved into studios and record deals and albums and all that.
Second album comes out, they drop like a hot stone. And
yeah, exactly. It's. You know,
I've only had one novel, you notice.
Yeah. I didn't go for the difficult second album.
Didn't go for the Simmons one. And no one read the first one.
Oh, really?
A few people have.
Yeah.
But the link will be on.
Yeah, the link will be down in the description below. I mean, I've got a lot of friends who are in music. That's, guitar players, singers, whatever. And one of my friends, a guy called Charlie, he's had to graft for like the last 3 or 4 years, driving all about the country, just playing random pub gigs.
And Thailand.
Yeah, and at the moment Thailand, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen him play in Thailand.
Well, actually, now he's in Australia. He went Thailand, Vietnam, Laos, Cambodia, Australia. So,
wow.
Yeah, he's on quite the journey at the moment.
That is a jet setter.
But yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's the international jet setter.
That sounds like a cyclist apart from the ferry across Australia.
Nah, that was just a swim. It's like the ultimate triathlon. You know, like.
I mean, you could literally stand in Laos and hop across the border. Anyway, go on. Sorry, we were interrupted.
But yeah, he had to graft like week after week, like even sometimes 4 or 5 times a week, traveling Wigan one night down to Cornwall the next and stuff like that, just to play pub gigs. Sometimes 2 people, sometimes to 70 or 80 people. And yeah, he managed to make a living off it, but it was a hell of a lot of hard work,
I mean, there's a living and an income.
Yeah.
There's 2 different things there, isn't it?
Well,
a living as in, okay, I managed to clear the money I needed to this week. A living is, I've got some left.
Yeah, I think a living at the moment is if you can pay for rent in London and enjoy a pint there at the same time.
Can't do both.
No, that's why I realised. That's why I left there in the end,
Yeah, I went to London once.
Yeah.
Yeah, too expensive.
Exactly.
And I only bought a pint.
Yeah.
I didn't pay rent.
Spent 4 years there.
Yeah.
And
It
it was fun, but then it was just like, it was getting silly by the end of it. Like, our rent prices were going up like £150 a month.
So it is the place to be. Out here in the sticks. Not so much now with the internet. Going back to my day, I went to a seminar, a lecture kind of thing I can't remember what it was. Might have been the Neptune Theatre. It's called something else now. I think it's called... Who's the Beatles manager? Epstein Theatre, it's called.
That's fine.
I went there anyway, and there was people down up from London.
Yeah.
Saying how, for comedy writers, because I had a couple of sketches on telly around once. Yeah. Anyway, I'm just bragging now. I was longer ago than the books. But then a fella came up. I can't remember his name. That's terrible. Anyway, I knew who he was.
Stephen Fry?
No, not that big. His name was John, and I can't think of his second name. He was on the Now Show. Don't know if you're familiar with that.
Oh.
Ages back.
Impressionist?
No, short guy. They always used to take the mickey out of his height, and I can't remember his name.
No, I can help you.
John, my missus was there, she'd just go, it's this, you idiot.
Yeah.
But she's not, so no. Anyway, he was talking out, and he was going, he said what he did was, I wrote some stuff and I recorded it. I left on producer's desk around BBC House.
Yeah.
Right, and this fella, obviously from the north, went, and how does that help us? And he goes, well, you've got to put yourself about. He goes, we're in Liverpool.
Exactly.
Because it's literally London-centric. Everything is, all the industries, the media, everything. If you're not in London, you're ignored.
Yeah, it's changing a little bit now because Manchester's on the up quite a bit.
That's because the BBC have come to Manchester.
Yeah, because even the BBC got priced out of London. So, any postgraduate university student there, I don't know how the fuck they do it. That's the thing. I have a load of friends from London on Facebook, and they will advertise their room in their flat, and it is double what I'm paying here. And I'm just going, how can you afford that?
And yours is likely nicer.
Yeah, and half time it does look nicer, and it's just, I just don't know how anyone can enjoy living there unless they're
the streets are paved with gold there. If you get lucky, you're laughing.
Oh, completely. Yeah. I always said it'd be a great city to live in if I could have afforded to live in it. But
I mean, Britain's the greatest country in the world to live in if you're rich. Yeah. It was something, I don't know if it's Churchill said it. Someone said it. We'll blame Churchill. Yeah. It's about time he had a bad one. Yeah. But you look at London, literally you've got the city of London, that square mile, it's just built on money and all kinds of, I know there's all kinds of conspiracy theories based around it, the straw man and all this kind of lot. Excuse me, but you need cash down there, but you need cash everywhere.
Yeah, of course.
If you make it big there, you make it big quick. It's hard to get noticed up here. You've got to shout a lot louder.
Kind of like LA, right?
Exactly. Hollywood and all that kind of thing. Must be a similar thing. Yeah. Mind you, would have thought... Mind you, I don't know where Washington State is. Obviously, I proved that before. Seattle. Oh, Nirvana.
Yeah.
Las Vegas?
No,
Nirvana, the band.
Oh, Nirvana.
Not Nevada.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my accent, mate. I suddenly thought, wasn't it?
Yeah, Seattle.
And the first ever Starbucks, wasn't it? No, that was in Portland.
No, that's Starbucks.
Oh, was that
Amazon.
Seattle? Oh, wow, all of it there.
Amazon. Yeah.
Christ.
Because there's one in
So Seattle must have just shot up in price over the last 20 years.
No, I mean some of my friends live there, and I don't. I know why they're there, but I could never do that.
So has that become like a hotspot in the States now?
It's always sort of been one of them.
Right.
Is it like the sort of startup hotspot, internet companies and?
Well, I think it was when the first startup boom went around in the first .com boom, it was pretty hot. But now, honestly now, like, the big deal is electricity prices. So, like, all of those companies are buying out huge tracts of land.
Solar.
Well, sort of, but it's for cheap electricity prices so that they can build these giant server farms.
Really?
Yeah, so like
wow.
there's a couple towns outside of where I live. They're really like out in the sticks.
Yeah.
Seriously, and they have gigantic server farms for Amazon, Google, Twitter, all these places. And they're seriously
server
like,
farms being just like a big building full of memory.
Yeah, like a big warehouse with just machines
to compute
running.
everything going. I mean, they're like multiple football pitches.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Seattle. Seattle, Portland, all these places have a hip mystique about them because of Nirvana and Jimi Hendrix and.
I heard, Portland's like the hipster sort of city of
Portland
America,
has completely latched
What
on.
about Maine?
Portland, Maine?
No, Maine is
Maine,
that place.
New
Stephen
England?
King, isn't that Maine, New England? No.
Yeah, that's Maine. So Portland, Maine is another Portland.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's why my mind went there.
No, I don't know. You just name a lot of places the same.
Yeah, like at least in England, if we don't have a name, we just come up with something stupid. Like we have Manchester.
New Portland.
There's a whole article about stupid names on the Bickering Podcast.
There is actually,
yeah. It's very enlightening.
Is it
written brilliantly as well?
Who wrote that one?
Adam.
Exactly. Yeah.
Oh no, it was me.
You're talking about stupid names in England?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like what?
We have
Chilliwack?
like Shittock and stuff like that. And
Yeah. No, not stupid names. Not like Scrabble dealt out names.
No,
like
like
Wales?
Oh yeah. To be fair.
Well, you can't say that on a Six Nations weekend, mate.
I understand why, but to anybody on the outside, it's quite.
Yeah, actually, we did give Wales a bit of a roasting in the article.
Because everybody always points to that one town that has like a 30 or 38 letter name.
But if you're in the know, it's Llanfair PG. That's how you do it if you know. That's from delivering bread in Wales in the 90s. You call it Llanfair PG. Done.
Yeah, just wipe
cool
your hands of that. No, I mean, in England, it's weird. Like where I'm from, there is some real sort of dodgy history happening in like some of the street names, which they just haven't changed, just because it's again out in the sticks and just whatever. It's like two roads next to each other. It's like White Woman Lane and Black Man's Drive, and you're like, whoa, okay. So
that sounds American.
Yeah, but this was like proper back in the day in England before we realised that wasn't probably the best idea.
When you say back in the day, do you mean like 1600 or something?
I mean
back in the day, people mean like 1970. There was a lot of trouble in them times as well.
I guess.
Back in the century.
Back in the centuries,
Back
before I was a glimmer of stardust in someone's eye. Yeah, and
that has to be before 1950, I assume.
Oh yeah, definitely. No, again,
it's probably
we're talking
like 1800 or something.
Yeah, we're talking like 1800, but it's just a bit like
he's just making stuff up. He's just plugging dates.
And
but these things aren't done derogatory half the time.
Yeah,
I mean, it's like they give all these names out, and the words meant different things.
Oh
then.
yeah.
And people have like decided, that's bad now because of this, but it wasn't meant like that then.
The place in Essex called Balls Green, which I always thought was quite funny.
That's obviously a bowling capital, isn't it?
Yeah, but I guess but
very mouldy.
Yeah.
Or a STD clinic. One of the two.
Yeah.
If there is actually an STD clinic in Balls Green, I need to go there.
Why do you
no, I'm joking. But no, I mean, in England, like we ran out of names for places, so we had Manchester, and then there's a place called God Manchester.
There's one, sorry.
There's a place called God Manchester.
Really?
Little town.
Is it better?
No.
Okay.
God lives there though.
Yeah, exactly.
So it must be better.
No, I
Oasis of God.
I fucking hate that guy.
Which one?
Yeah,
the one who
The
just
both
talks
of them.
shit all the time.
Yeah.
that's both of
And
them.
is
You've not narrowed it down.
The one with the unibrow or the one with the less pronounced unibrow?
The one with the less pronounced.
The one who's still got the career.
The one who still has the career.
Liam.
No, it's Noel.
That was
Noel Gallagher's High Flying Birds, right? That's his new band.
Yeah,
it's
but then
complete shite.
Yeah, so is that one you hate?
Yeah, well, he just says ridiculous shit all the time.
Yeah, he does.
It makes me think. I don't know.
I stopped buying albums in 1983, so I don't really know who these people are.
Oasis, I think, is the most.
There was the Angry
band.
Singer one.
Yeah,
the guitarist.
Yeah, and yeah,
and
they're
then
the most
there was the
they
one
seriously
who
are.
started singing as well. The guitarist then started singing, didn't he?
Yeah.
After the angry one punched him.
Yeah, I think there was a lot of.
It's like they had, the Partridge Family, but with flick knives.
There was a lot of I think substance abuse going on in that sort of like early 90s.
It has to
sort
be
of
because
thing
people started comparing them to like the new Beatles, and he was like,
"Yes,
that's who I am."
No, I mean, I'm not a fan of the Beatles, but the only person comparing them to the Beatles was Liam Gallagher.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hold on. Which ones?
Oh no,
Noel,
yeah.
is definitely the one who still has some cred.
Yeah.
Well,
because George Harrison actually, I believe, said, "I can't stand them."
Yeah. Well, one of them
not that good. I mean,
one of them's
Wonderwall
named,
really.
Yeah, that's like.
Is that really a song?
It was a noise for a generation. Like every generation has its noise.
But they could have picked better bands. I mean,
yeah, obviously.
Well, that's why.
Nirvana was out at the same time, and Metallica, and Motorhead was still going.
That's why you had in the Britpop battles, as they called, you had like Blur versus Oasis.
But Blur is like 800 times better.
But it was like a north-south divide. It was like because Blur were from London and like Oasis were from Manchester. So you had this sort of.
Some of us didn't care who got killed in the car crash.
Exactly.
If they'd hit each other halfway up the M6.
Playing chicken on the M6.
Yeah, I'd have been like that. Yeah, not a problem.
Yeah.
But no, I mean,
I don't understand Oasis at all.
Yeah, I kind of used to when I was a bit younger, and then as I've got older,
as you've run out of testosterone.
I mean, it
exactly.
seriously is.
Once I became the blubbering wreck I am, I just couldn't mess with that rock and roll anymore.
It's just background music, right?
Yeah, now I just listen to birds chirping on repeat.
Not wrong with that, mate. Not wrong with that. Have you seen that thing in Norway where they just play a fire?
Yeah.
A log fire?
Yeah. Well, you can find them on Netflix now. Yeah. Just
during
HD 4K videos of
during the Christmas
fireplaces.
season, they do have that. Like you can just play fire.
There was a snow sleigh, sleigh ride over Christmas on one channel.
Yeah. It's a bit... Doesn't that just show how a generation's failing? Like when you can't, don't even have a fireplace, so you got to put one on your TV.
Right. It also explains the gun law.
Yeah.
Because otherwise there'd be loads of people watching now.
Yeah, exactly.
Because that's the next step.
Can't even afford fire.
That's why they brought it in after the gun law. Like, okay, we're going to take the guns off them, then we'll bring in the fire.
Very calculated plan from the 70s,
so
was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. It's. I don't think there's anything like more uncomfortable, like homely wise, than being in their student flat around the Christmas time. No fireplaces, no comfortable sofas, no nothing. It's just you are just sat there going.
No logic.
Yeah, no logic. Just beer cans everywhere. Just like. If someone spills soup on the floor and they just walk by it and just go, "Oh, that's good," and it's just
they won't walk by it. We know you'll suck it up.
Some guy in the flat who's spent their student loan within a week will go after that, like
downstairs.
Soup. Just But yeah, I was like, I remember like seeing people's pictures where it was like cozy night in, and then they've just got a fireplace on their laptop, and I was like, what do you? Is that really cozy? Again, to me that just seems like becoming too aware of your situation. You know, like I think sometimes you can be a bit naive and a bit just sort of like I'm ignoring it and it's fine. And then like as soon as you actually go, yeah, I'm putting a fireplace on my laptop. That's when I would just go, fuck. You know, like I need to get out.
I just think it's things.
Yeah.
I do just think things happen and people do things and then they stop doing things and they do other things and then it's just things. I mean, in the 70s, what am I think? Space operas, that was a thing in the 70s. Sea monkeys, which a lot of people thought were a thing a few years back, were a thing 40 years ago. It's just stuff, it's things, and the trouble is nowadays there's 24 hours access to the world.
Yeah.
It just gets shoved in your face. I'm not allowed to listen to the news in the morning.
Yeah.
Because it just winds me up. I wake up. I'm not a morning person. And I'll go on. And John Humphreys will come on and go, the pound's gone down, your interest rates are going up. That's me for the day. Yeah. I just go mental. So I'm not allowed to listen to that. I'm not allowed to. And that's what's happening. They've got so much time to throw crap at us.
Yeah.
They just literally are just going, what else have we got?
Yeah,
it's like emptying the shed. They go, what is it? Oh, throw a skateboard. We'll make that big again. And that's all it is. The fireplaces, all that crap.
It's crazy when the pound goes down. It actually makes me really happy.
Yeah, you're loaded, aren't you?
Because the dollar just goes up after that.
And that shows how old you are now, because you actually care.
Well, I have all my money with me right now, so everything I'm buying is...
Like right now?
No.
Yeah, we've got bottles here.
Exactly. 2v1. Let's give America the loss this time.
But I think that's what it is. There's just hours and hours, and there's multiple hours on the internet. It just goes forever on the internet.
Yeah.
You could literally... Well, we are filling the internet as we speak.
Well, I mean, I think the statistic I heard was there's something like 40,000 hours of footage uploaded to YouTube like every second or minute.
See, that's phenomenal,
which is just like, yeah.
That's Einstein bent time stuff.
Yeah, that's so much. Like, there is no way you could watch every single video on YouTube. Like, you couldn't even make a dent. You couldn't even make 1% of every single YouTube video in like a lifetime. I don't think.
That honestly is super interesting to me. Like, how many YouTubers make videos with 0 views?
Oh, there must be thousands.
Oh, there has to be
thousands. That was a massive estimate.
Yeah.
I thought the biggest number I could.
That's got to be like
the biggest number I've counted to.
Millions.
That was the biggest number in the 70s. There was only thousands. Anything else didn't exist.
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have millionaires in the 70s?
No, we had thousandaires. That's it. Because you didn't have 1001, didn't exist until Bill Gates. Before him, there was no numbers after 1,000.
Wow, that's...
Don't look at me like that, mate. I'm joking.
I'm thinking.
You look confused.
It's like when I was young and I used to think the world was actually in black and white before like 1980.
Yeah.
Like genuinely, I used to ask my parents what it was like to be in black and white. Like, because, you know, they'd show like...
Because what, you're a moron?
I guess a moron, and I was, you know, only 22 years old, and it was like...
When was this, 1981? I was still older than you then.
God, but... No, I mean, as I said, it's crazy how much content there always is going on all the time, and it is... People are just sort of struggling to find out what the next thing is going to be, as you said, like, and I guess that's why you see like technology at the moment just going absolutely just haywire. Like, shit's coming out that no one asked for.
So if someone wants to make money out of it, that's the be all and end all of it.
Yeah.
They'll just produce something. They'll just hit you and hit you and hit you until they get something and go, right, we've got all the cash. What's next? Hula hoops in the 50s was a massive thing. But apparently the craze lasted 6 months.
Yeah.
But apparently. You listen to people in the 50s go, oh, hula hoop was the big toy, but apparently it lasted 6 months.
But now it's a staple.
Well,
right?
Yeah.
Like, it's here for
I mean, not in the massive marketing.
Yeah. But it's always at the store. Where they're going to make a few bucks off of it.
Exactly. It's like a Zumba class will introduce people to it and that kind of thing.
What if you look at
Zumba?
A Zumba?
I thought we got Zumba off.
Zumba's like dancing.
Oh, Zumba?
Zumba.
Oh, yeah, Zumba.
No,
yeah.
Z-U-M.
Yeah, Zumba.
You just said
Zumba.
Zumba.
Yeah.
There were Zumba classes when I was in college.
There's no such thing as Zumba.
Zumba. Just like H. Come on, man. It's H. Come on.
I say H. H
Thank
is
you.
correct.
H
is correct.
It doesn't make any sense.
H is like what the ignorant say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we know this.
H-U-S.
You chuck the sound with the actual name of it. It makes a H noise, so it's a H.
I understand that part.
Yeah.
Are you
but why would you say A?
No. I'm
not. Why would you say A the way you say A?
How do you spell H? Is spelled A-I-T-C-H.
Yeah. No, I agree. I'm on your guy's side.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry. Sorry that got lost in translation. No,
and it was his translation.
Exactly. But no, I mean, going back to it, I mean, last year.
I honestly don't remember.
Last year, well,
Hula hoops.
Hula hoops and
You
all that.
ruined it with Zoom.
But last year it was all fidget spinners. They were going to be the next
Right.
big thing one day, and
They were the next big thing.
And now they're the last big thing.
When was the last time you heard someone mention a fidget spinner?
I must admit, I had my first go at it about a couple of weeks ago to see what all the fuss was about.
Do you like it?
I don't know what I was doing, to be honest. I put this thing and span it, and it went.
Apparently it's like stress relieving. I got one to see what all the fuss was about, and it was kind of like, yeah. And then just, as you said, you just spin it, and that's it. That's done.
I thought, okay, this has got to be a trick.
I'm going to do a trick, yeah, check it.
I saw all of that, straight to a glass. Stress level in the room went ballistic. So it doesn't relieve stress.
No, it's quite the opposite effect.
It causes problems.
Yeah. God, what was the thing before fidget spinners?
We were talking about crazy.
Oh, there was like the hoverboards or whatever they were called.
Which
there's two
hoverboards.
Yeah, it's such a letdown.
They
just like
electric wheelie things.
Yeah, and
no, they weren't hoverboards.
Yeah, why are they calling them hoverboards?
Oh, because it was like you were hovering if like someone didn't see you. I don't.
No,
it's because Back to the Future 2 like wasn't that like 2015 and that was the year they flew to.
I don't
2015.
It may have been.
They had
but they weren't
hoverboards
hoverboards.
and
You couldn't go up a 2-inch curb.
Yeah.
You couldn't do this.
And then they just kept.
And they burnt out.
Yeah, they just kept blowing up, and then they got banned on the streets.
But they weren't even good enough to blow up because it's not like anyone was engaged. If it blew up, you'd just fall off, wouldn't you? I mean, if something's going to blow up, you want to take people out. It's not an explosion unless someo's like screaming.
It was just an absolutely pussy explosion that just started fizzling and just melting. Yeah.
It's like no one had seen Rambo 4 or 5
exactly.
or whatever it was.
Exactly. It's like Michael Bay definitely would be. He wasn't involved in the design, was he?
No,
I get that joke now. I'm recently been informed.
Michael Bay.
You found out what Michael Bay is?
Great.
Yeah. Well, no, I agree. Just blows stuff up.
Oh, completely. Like
Transformers is one of his.
Yeah. And it's like if you.
Unfortunately, he missed Wahlberg. That would have been good if he'd blown him up.
You don't like Mark Wahlberg?
Well, not in Transformers.
Oh, come on.
I'm
kidding.
I was going to say because his acting was worse than the big lad.
I don't think Mark Wahlberg wanted to be in that film. To be fair, I think there was
they
some sort of like
him like
absurd. No, but I think there's something that goes on with a few Hollywood actors where they get signed to a studio.
Was what I had in mind.
No, they get signed to a studio, and then the studio like forces them to like take franchises on at certain points. So you do get like
made 2.
Yeah, exactly. So he was probably like contracted in to do like 2.
No, come on, you'd have got the fire thing out before the first one.
Well, right,
came out.
DiCaprio was on some kind of deal with a label or a production studio, right? For I think he had like 6 movies or something. Like one of them had something like that. So I think it is real.
Yeah.
Where like he's with the studio and they're like, we don't have any movies for you right now.
So
why don't you be in Transformers?
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
so
come on.
Yeah.
It's either that or Ninja Turtles.
yeah, exactly. Which again, that's another Michael Bay. Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah, it really is.
Oh, wow. Is it?
Ninja Turtles is another Michael Bay one.
Oh, no wonder I didn't see it.
No wonder it's shit.
Yeah.
I watched about like half an hour of that.
Live action Ninja Turtles. That is
I'm surprised I got through half an hour on that. To be fair, like they just looked weird. It was just nothing like the comic as a kid.
It's like why would
you weren't at the beginning.
Exactly.
You were not there at the beginning.
Which
is way back in the 80s, I believe, isn't it?
Oh.
Late 80s?
Yeah.
Ladies.
A little bit before my time.
Exactly.
Yeah,
right in the middle of mine.
Just a few years before our time.
Anyway, we've done all this now. Let's talk about books we've written. Have you written a book?
I haven't, but I'm working on one.
How about yourself?
Sort of.
Have you? Cool. Well, we'll move on from that. I have.
Yeah. Let's plug it.
Let's talk about my book.
So, is this the Chaos Unleashed?
Chaos Unleashed, yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Which was unleashed in 2009.
Oh, yeah, that far back.
Yeah.
Wow.
Years are flying by, aren't they?
It is. It took ages to write as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it took a while. I wrote one version of it, and it's not they didn't like it. They didn't like the way it went. That's
the actual story or like
I had
style?
a completely different story. They quite like they appear to like the style. I had a completely different story. It was unrecognizable from what was done, so I had to rewrite the back. And I said that's better, and then of course the front didn't match. So they had to rewrite the front.
A certain chapter where it was just veered off and
went off.
Yeah.
Mine was more like Hamlet.
Yeah.
Which sounds like I know what I'm talking about. Where everybody dies, bar one bloke.
But it wasn't this like a sort of like
teenagers.
Oh, okay, yeah, everyone dies. That's great. Yeah,
that's it.
That's what teenagers want, isn't it?
Yeah, we're all gonna die. You write some bad poetry.
Exactly, but when you're a teenager, you don't really realise that you're gonna die. You just be like, oh yeah, that happens, and then it's suddenly like you hit your 20s, and you're like, oh shit.
You die, you respawn, carry on.
Exactly.
Teenager. Anyway, that's what it. So it all changed, and it changed, and I think I kind of agree with the guy and the lady involved, the girl involved. It's a better thing, and I could have taken it places, but this is where I kind of tripped up. I think is even as a guy who wasn't self-publishing at the time, there's a lot of self-promotion required.
Yeah,
and I find that quite difficult. What I am doing here now is so out of my depth.
Well, I don't know. You're the one bringing it back onto actual topics. You know, well, we're the ones who going off on tangents, but that's like our ADHD sort of.
Have you noticed the topics of my topics?
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
Self-promotion, you nailed it.
Well, this is it. I mean, Jake Highfield Cares and Least, see the link below, is...
You're going to have to send me all these links, by the way.
That's not a problem. It's still available to buy. And that was quite hard work to do. And when I finished, I sat back and went, oh, great, that's kind of over.
Yeah.
Instead of going, which is the advice, once you finish one, start the next one.
Yeah.
I kind of sat back for what year is it now?
2018, I think. Let me just check the watch.
9 years. Sat back for
just
9
years.
Yeah. I have started another novel, 20,000 words in.
Yeah.
But that was 3 years ago.
Ah, okay. What's that one about? Or are you not revealing anything until it's?
That's supposedly a comedy about 3 corpses who were reanimated by the same stuff that Jekyll and Hyde was using in Scotland, but his butler's nicked it and brought it down here, and he's going to go to the States to impose his power.
Are they like intentionally revived?
No, they were
accidentally.
Yeah, one of them was a clown who buried himself as a joke for his mates, but forgot the air holes.
Yeah.
The other fellas,
rookie error.
Exactly. Yeah. The other fella's a cowboy from the States, a yeehaw.
Yeah.
No offense, dude. And the other fella's a teacher from the Blue Coat School.
Oh yeah.
And basically they've been brought back to life by this thing. So there's coppers chasing the butler from Scotland.
Yeah.
And there's the coppers in Liverpool, and there's kind of all clashing going on. But as I say, only got 20,000 words in, so it is. But the butler is now...
I'd say get back on that. That sounds like something I want to read.
Well, there's some of it on the website.
Yeah.
Jekyll and Hyde. So the butler is now the Jekyll and Hyde because if I did my research correctly, which is highly unlikely, in Jekyll and Hyde, the solicitor kills himself, doesn't he? Not 100%. So the coppers in Scotland have found this body, and there's a load of unsolved murders, but he knows this bloke's done it.
Right.
But now the butler's gone missing, and the fella said, well, it looks like something else has been moved. The barrels.
Right, yeah.
So this fella's basically taken Mr. Hyde with him.
Okay.
That's as far as I got anyway. At the moment, he was holed up in a apothecary's house in Rodney Street.
Oh, yeah?
And the three fellas who were dead, who have worked out they're dead, they're trying to figure out what's going on.
Oh, so they know they died then?
They dug themselves out of graves, except for the clown, whose grave has reacted too late, so he's jumped out like a jack-in-the-box.
Okay, cool.
Expecting to scare everyone, but of course it was 3 days ago. Everyone's gone, they just buried him. He was just his joke kind of thing. But
I did kind of like how he buried himself, and then everyone was just like, leave him, he's dead.
Well,
he
was doing it as a joke, and they all thought he was really dead, and they just buried him. Not happened, so they left.
Right.
So it didn't come for... And he's got Tourette's.
Okay.
The clown's got Tourette's. He's a Russian clown, and he's called Sukov the Clown. Sukov. Sukov the Clown. But he has Tourette's. So it's gonna. It was kind of fun. It was kind of fun to write, but but that's not available. But the Jake Highfield one is for teenagers. Yeah, make a note, mate.
Yeah. As I said, you're gonna have to link all of these to me.
It's all right, mate. If you don't do it, I'll put them
on. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I think you should get back on that. You know, that sounds like it had legs. I mean, I don't know if you sort of like wrote yourself into it. I mean, I don't know. I don't know. I'm about 5,000 into one I'm writing, and it's confusing.
That's an afternoon's work, basically.
Exactly. Exactly. And
I'm only joking.
But I was just finding like, I'm gonna write myself into a corner so easily here, and to the point where I can't.
What I've found is, and I mean, I've only done it once.
Can I grab another beer or something?
Yeah. What do you want? Bombardier, Spitfire, what?
Are they all on offer?
They're all on offer. Just
okay, cool. I'll take Foster's.
All right. What are you having, Chase? Are you still good? I'll take a Spitfire then, please.
And the...
Thank you, Candy. What I've discovered, I mean, through my meagre experiences, write it and just write it.
Yeah.
Get the words down. Get the 100,000, the 70,000 words. Sounds horrific. 1,000 words a day over 3 months is 90,000 words.
Yeah.
Done. They might not be the right words. You might need to change the words.
But actually get it out there.
Got something on it. And even if it's rubbish, you go move on to the next one. 1,000 words. What's that? 3 pages. Bayful. Thereabouts.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think back to
I've
university
honestly
days.
heard that from like a lot of people.
Yeah.
And it's just like you are better as an editor, sort of too.
Yeah.
Like when you go through and look at your own voice.
Exactly.
You do actually have a pretty good touch with changing things.
Well, I think the thing is as well,
right.
if you're not willing to go back and reread and edit it all, then who the fuck's going to read it? You know, it's like that's why I sort of think with this. It's like, I have to go back and edit it all, but if I was like, oh God, I can't be bothered to do that, then who's going to be bothered to listen for an hour and a bit, or like.
And the thing is, you see, if you're thinking about getting traditional publishing, you need three chapters of polished stuff.
Yeah.
The rest doesn't matter. You've got to get down 9,000, 5,000 words.
Yeah.
As close as you can get to what you want and what you think, because
it
doesn't matter about the other 85,000. You've got to show them that's what I can do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you show them the other 85,000 next, they'll go, oh yeah, that needs work.
Yeah, exactly.
They're not bothered. It's that thing, and you've got to put the time in for that. And as you said, Chase, yeah, that's a wire. As you said, Chase, it's the editing that counts. You've got to get something thing, but you need the 100,000 down. Yeah. So you've got A to B or Z or whatever. Z, beg your pardon. Yeah.
I've come along.
Potato, potato. I don't like. Whoever says potato, very nice. Yeah, I mean, potato. So I mean, when you were writing this book, the Chaos Unleashed book, and you said like there was a sort of an outside influence saying no, you need to change it. You need to
outside influence being the publisher and the editor. Yeah, big outside influence.
Well, controllers. Like, yeah. Did you appreciate that, like them coming in and saying no, you need to change it, or did you sort of get a bit of an ego hit, being a bit like, well, it's my story, don't touch it?
Earlier on, way back before we started talking, we talked about things, and one of the words I always use, it sounds like big headed, it wasn't mine. I've probably picked it up somewhere. It's precious. Don't be precious.
Yeah.
You're not right.
Yeah.
You've got to look at it. I got a mate. He writes loads. He's prolific, and he self-publishes a lot. And he's had a few publishing deals and that. But he always claims that I said this. I don't remember it. Me and him. If ever me and him got together, we were completely scalloped. So he claims I said this, and I've just accepted it as.
He might be the wisest, drunkest man in the world.
Exactly. I don't remember it, but he said it, so I've accepted it. And it's basically, it's going back to what your opinion doesn't matter. You can't be precious about things that you could well be wrong. You can't judge your own writing because. You wrote it and you're attached to it, and the other thing is, it could be crap, but you can't see it. And 2 words changed round can make a hell of a difference, or sensitive. I don't.
I one thing I do get annoyed about is if someone's like, that's not good, but they haven't actually read it or given it the time of day or watched it or whatever. If someone just goes, no, that shit straight up.
Yeah.
Just because they don't like the sound of it. It's like, okay, that's why I don't like that. That's criticism that I don't think's warranted.
It's not constructive, but obviously...
Yeah, but if someone does actually read my work and they're like, yeah, you need to change that, you need to do this. And it's kind of like, when I first started Bickering, people were saying it's rambling a bit too much, there's grammatical errors, I'm not really following what you were doing. And it was like, okay, fair enough. And I worked on that, and it's like, if I compare stuff I write now to what I was writing months ago, I do see an improvement, and I do. And you know, at the time, maybe I was a bit sort of like, maybe I was a bit like, well, you know, ouch or whatever through the criticism, but you know, in the end,
well, that's what you got to learn. You got to learn just to say, don't matter. Okay.
Exactly.
And the thing is to take it on board and learn it. Things like grammatical errors. People say, oh, grammar.
Grammar.
I went back to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. Once Queen's English came out there. No, grammar. People say, oh, grammar doesn't matter. You've seen the way kids talk and all this about on the internet, and they did it. It's so important.
Yeah, exactly.
Because even though they might be texting each other saying, I'm not even going to bother. This will probably be so out of date. I'm not even going to bother with whatever, you know. What were you saying? Be back soon. What was that?
Oh, BRB.
Burb, man.
Burb. Yeah, you said that's out of date. I didn't even understand that. Anyway, but people still notice they're on your can't, there, where. Well, and even the people who don't, they'll judge you like that.
I think
I do.
I think the best example I've heard is like how a sentence can be changed with the wrong grammar. So there's, I'm helping my Uncle Jack, off a horse.
Yeah.
Or I'm helping my Uncle Jack off a horse.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, yeah, okay, that's
one
why
comma
it's so
missing.
important.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
and that, exactly, it's one comma. So,
but it's consistency. It's if you make it a typo, people accept that. But if you've got like all this going all the way through, it looks wrong. We're all educated to a certain level.
Well, it looks rough, and it looks like you don't actually care.
Yeah.
You know, because you haven't taken the time to actually
there is that as
improve.
Well.
You know.
Yeah. I'd say in the Americanisms of spelling, we ignore that now because everyone's aware of colour and all this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Right. We ignore it. We might point it out to take the mick out of each other, but that's all. But things that are wrong and so wrong, and it separates you from the professional to the amateur or the given monkeys.
Right, and that's like if you can notice grammar errors in somebody's arguments or something,
you belittle them. You already go. You're an idiot.
It's not that you. At least for me, it's not that I belittle it, but then I think like, have they really considered their arguments that much? Because I mean, they didn't even consider the.
That sounds like a polite way of saying you're an idiot to me. Yeah.
No.
Obviously, apostrophe RE.
Yeah. Yep.
It's just.
I know what you mean.
You think like, have they really thought out their entire argument if they're not willing to put in the 5 minutes to read over the article that they just wrote?
Good idea, because if you don't scan back, you may have put something in you didn't mean to put in. Yeah. So if you don't know.
Yeah, or you're just in such a blind rage that you're just like, oh, get this out, publish, out, gone. And it's just, I think if you don't care about the work you're doing, no one else is going to care about it.
Indeed.
You know, and I think, if you, and especially if you want to be successful in everything, if you were selling a book and it was just full of so many grammatical errors or whatever, then it shows that you didn't give two hoots about it, yet you expect people to pay you for it. It's like, no, the world doesn't work like that. You're actually...
Exactly, and you're also expecting the readers to put effort in.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I mean it's plus, the trouble is, the people at the top still hold those rules.
Yeah.
I think so. They'll, whether you think it's cool or not to spell you're wrong, they'll slate you, and that'll be it.
Again, there's one thing you see on social media that I hate is when someone uses all these grammatical errors, someone calls them out on it, and instantly they go, it doesn't matter, you know, that's not the point I'm making. And it's like, you know, like, you're just there sort of going, come on, you know, I'm trying to help you. Like,
yeah, exactly. You shouldn't make comments at such speed that you can't spell it properly, because it, as you suggested, it suggests that they're not thinking about it.
Yeah, exactly.
It's a hot-headed thing, isn't it?
I don't know. I think maybe it's like a... Oh, just up down to the right.
Well, it's on camera now.
Yeah.
Mike.
So, but I do think it's it's a hot-headed nature of...
I think it's a baton.
Oh, yeah.
It's a baton.
I do think it's like the hot-headed nature of like this instant fast food culture on social media. It's like as soon as one thing offends someone, they will instantly like go in on it.
Yeah,
you know,
and going back to the grammatical thing, like it's like a laziness, right? And you can sort of say it's okay sometimes, but sometimes those conventions are there for a reason. Like Sometimes, literally, what you're saying doesn't make sense
Yeah.
if you don't spell it correctly or don't put the apostrophe in a certain area.
Yeah.
I mean, they're there for a reason. People back in time wouldn't have delineated those rules if they didn't actually believe that it was. Do you know what I mean? Like, people don't. I guess they do sometimes. I think bureaucracy is a testament to that people will make rules.
But this
just
isn't
for fun,
this isn't like health and safety red tape.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
You know,
it's not like rules on bananas in the EU and stuff like that. It's like,
which wasn't actually a thing, but
I know.
You know,
I watch QI too. Don't you? Relax.
Yeah, like exactly. These things are there for a reason. These things are there to help. Oh, what's
Tottenham score with the second quickest Premier League goal ever.
Oh wow,
Ericsson.
Oh wow.
Oh, breaking news on the Bickering Podcast.
Breaking news for when this goes out on Friday.
Oh, Tottenham is just shiting all over Man United, which is actually not that good because Tottenham's in 5th place.
Yeah.
And Liverpool's in 4th.
Oh wow! If I was a Liverpool fan, you'd have to.
Yeah, well,
have to hate the Red Devils. Surely that would be.
I don't know. I talk to my friend Connor about this sometimes, but I think in order to have like true angst towards Man United, you sort of have to live here.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
Yeah.
They've either been so much better than us recently, or so much worse.
Or just meet that one person who likes him, who you despise.
Yeah, and seeing as one of my best friends, like, likes Man United, it sort of does take the edge off a little bit.
See, you leave for a second, Sif, and we're instantly on to football.
Cool.
We'll break away from that though.
What was talking about football then?
Well, it was just.
He's like that now.
Yeah, exactly. He's gone.
So you're going to talk football to me now?
Yeah. So Tottenham scored the second fastest goal in Premier League history.
Against United.
Against, I don't know how fast it was.
I think it has to be under 13 seconds.
Oh, well, it has to be under about 8. Like.
Do you want yours?
Yeah, I'll get mine now. Mate.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I should have said that at the start.
Yeah, you can do
the vaping hour.
Just rip the vape, man.
Yeah.
Just rip. What was it? How many seconds?
It must be under.
It has to be under 13 because I think the fastest is.
I thought it was like 8 seconds. The initial
8
fastest.
seconds.
Yeah.
That's cool. Against who?
Man United.
Oh, that's sweet for everyone.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Sweet for everyone in the
I
city.
know nothing about football, but that must grind.
The city's going to explode tonight. Yeah, because obviously it's transfer deadline day today, and
I read your article.
Did you?
Yeah, I did indeed.
Do you like it?
Yeah.
You like the sort of strange idea I was coming up with? I was just thinking it would be so much funny, like just because loads of my friends, because I moved to Liverpool knowing no one, so loads of my friends work in bars and pubs around the city, and I just thought how funny it would be to have Twitter announcement videos for a bartender moving from like heebie-jeebies to a jacaranda or something like that.
Yeah.
And I
mean, it'd be great as well to do it the way the Americans do it with the football players and the basketball players. You get big, huge events.
Well, you get like drafted in, at the age of 18. Yeah, that'd be fantastic. Just local like uni students who go move here for that. It's like who's getting who, and there's a couple of dive bars at the bottom that no one wants to work for. You know, like
I like the way you put like a superstar at Greg's, and I was thinking, what the hell is a superstar at Greg's like?
You know, as I said, when these players
hold 2 pasties in each hand.
Exactly. When these players get transferred to certain clubs, they become game changers. They change the entire sort of mentality of that club. Like, so I thought, Greg's, everyone's sort of just not expecting much. Suddenly there's this guy like chucking a Cornish pasties out a window. It's like,
so he's shouting, go long.
Yeah. well, no, it's like he could like start timing when like people are on their way to work. So instead of people coming in, it's like he just chucks this like, I don't know, sausage roll.
Drive-by pasties.
Yeah, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Superstar. Like game changer. Everything.
Yeah. Now you've explained it. It makes sense.
It's like people that can like
I'm
make
sure
pizza
they'll be
boxes.
in touch tomorrow.
But yeah, I just thought because obviously everyone gets so excited on deadline day, don't they?
11 seconds.
11 seconds. There we go. But yeah, everyone gets like so over the top on deadline day. I remember at university, like people would be like, right, we're going to the pub at midday.
Really?
And we're going to stay there for deadline day. Yeah.
Now that very much is like the draft.
Yeah.
Yeah.
NFL, where people go to the fucking theater to watch people. It's so stupid.
But it's like 3 p.m. and it's like John
I think with the
Wickerson.
British, they just go, what's happening today? And they'll go, it's appreciate your cat date. Right, we'll go to pub.
I'll bring my cat.
I'll buy a cat.
Just to drink a little
Just
bit.
to have a beer. Yeah. I saw Bagpuss once. That counts.
I loved that film. You know, my favorite character in Shrek was Puss in Boots. Like,
you know, there's a movie out.
Yeah.
Who
was he drafted by, or am I?
No, I think we're getting the two mixed up. Right?
Right,
You know?
okay, yeah.
No, I think there is.
Definitely an NFL player, I think.
No, I don't know. I just thought it would liven up the sort of mundanity of those jobs that we've all sort of taken on and disliked.
That's a good idea.
Just because then again, as I put in the article, you'd feel like a commodity that was wanted by certain people, and you could like sort of give more power back to the worker.
It'd still use you.
Oh yeah, completely.
Destroy you. So do you any of you work from home?
I work from home. Yeah.
Right. How long have you done it?
About a year and a half.
Assuming
I think.
assuming the tax man's not
Yeah.
about a fortnight.
Yeah.
How many times have you been explained to you, oh, it must be great working from home?
Oh yeah, like all the time.
And is it?
No.
There you go.
Because people go, oh, you can choose your own hours. It's fine. It's like, yeah, but if I go out with you now and get back at 6 a.m, it means I'm working at 1 o'clock for next morning. You know, like
exactly.
You know, I still have a work, and that's when people
grow to hate your home.
Yeah, exactly. Like, well, that's why I started hiring this room out. Like, because
just somewhere different.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like people go, oh, you got nothing to do tomorrow, and it's like, well, no, I do. Like, it's you know, I still have to create and develop.
Have you had that
stuff.
one yet? You've got nothing to do tomorrow, so can you do this for me?
No, I haven't had that one yet.
I used to get that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it did. Not very often. It stopped quick.
Yeah.
I don't swear a lot.
A couple of scorned looks. Yeah, I was gonna say actually, yeah, you did that rebuttal to my
I think
article.
I think they're more powerful if you don't use them, and then you suddenly do.
Well, yeah, evidently, yeah.
What do you mean?
Oh, swearing.
Swearing. Don't just want to swear. Cussing.
Oh yeah.
I tend not to. I try not to.
But then when you
don't forget, I've only just met you guys, so
Yeah.
I'm on best behaviour. I don't know you two. What are you two? You know,
you're fucking let it
we're
out,
nothing.
dude.
Yeah.
There you go. See what I mean? Flippant.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just use it when it's necessary.
Right. So
And when my red level boils over a little bit.
Exactly. But you see, when you use it as necessary and when your red level boils over, how do I know the difference?
Tone.
Is that all?
Yeah, usually.
You say Zumba, so I'm not going to get that, am I?
Well, I would say Zumba's probably the correct way to say it, since it's Brazilian, you guys. Not American. Not American.
No, so it's Zumba. Everyone knows.
But
no, we need to get Brazilian in next week.
Brazilian in Spanish, they pronounce the U as
does anyone know any Brazilians in the Liverpool area?
Don't start with that.
Oh, just say we're right. I mean, it's that easy.
Never. Anyway, it's still ours.
1776.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's our 1775. That's as far as I'm going.
You know, yeah, I do agree with you on the swearing thing. I think it's
I'm only joking. Mate.
No,
if I was out with people I know,
yeah,
it would be a different thing. If I'm out with my mum, it's a different thing.
Very much.
If I'm out with my wife, whatever.
That's it. My parents never swore. So when I was growing up, and then when they did swear, I was like, oh, I've messed up this time. You know, like
that's
this
the
is
thing.
like this is the serious one now.
I mean, I know. I've been in certain groups of men where they don't swear for respect out of each other.
Yeah.
It's not like in a social thing. It's like in a sports kind of.
It's not like a Freemason sort of.
No. Yeah. Look at me. Yeah, I'm like a 33rd degree, mate.
You did try to give me that weird handshake on the way, and it was
yeah, it's because I don't know how to shake hands. It's nothing to do with that. I just tend not to do it. But if you read my writing, I'll quite happily throw it in there.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
And for, as you say, it's for effect. But again, I just tend. It's just I just don't do it that often.
Yeah.
With people that don't know. I mean, if I was to do this again, and I thought, well, I know these guys now,
yeah.
and a few beers down me, it could be like, okay, we're going to have to edit this. He hasn't said any word past that verb.
Well, yeah, exactly.
for 3 hours.
Yeah, I mean, until we start getting sponsored, we can swear like sailors.
There's nothing to demonetize at this point.
Exactly, you know. So yeah, until we.
Oh, hold on, sorry. What? There's no money for this?
Yeah, sorry. Sorry about that.
Good night, gentlemen.
Do you need fare back home?
Needs a thumb.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, as I said, at the moment, it's free. It's open and free to swear as much as you want or as little as you want.
Maybe these are the golden days and you don't even know it.
Yeah, I know, right? No, I did have a lot of feedback after the first episode where I was like, do you really need to stop just, saying fucking all the time? And I was like...
Really?
Oh.
Did we really swear that?
No, first episode.
Oh, I mean,
sorry.
I mentioned it, but it was because you could tell you'd gone off piece.
Yeah, exactly.
And everyone was looking for words. So while they were thinking for the word they wanted to say... They just filled in.
Right? Well,
and it was just like that.
There's nothing worse than dead air, is there? That's what they say in the radio
well,
game.
Apparently there is.
Apparently, yeah. Drop a few F-bombs.
It was like Dresden. There was that many F-bombs.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty.
I mentioned it to you, but did other people say it as
other
well?
people. Yeah.
Ah, right.
I mean, mainly my parents, but
What loads of times?
Yeah.
Adam, it's your dad again. Pack that swear.
Adam, I made a new account. On Facebook.
Yeah.
This is your dad again.
Adam, why won't you accept me on Facebook? Yeah. Oh God, yeah.
But the thing is, what you're doing now is this dead casual thing. But this is what I believe. I mean, I told my lads I was coming on a podcast. They're all going, "Oh, why?
Yeah.
Oh God, yeah. What? Why you?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh God, yeah. They're looking. They're going, "Oh, well, 8-year-old. What are you gonna do? Is it Joe Rogan? No." I'm not listening.
That's so funny.
See, honestly, what
is it not the most popular podcast on the internet? Why are you doing it?
You're not getting a transatlantic flight to get over there. No, I mean, the reason I wanted to start a podcast is because I sort of did just one very relaxed, very chill sort of. You can have a few beers and just talk about whatever, and and give it a go. Change it up a little bit and. I've enjoyed them thus far, I think, well, obviously you're back, Chase, so you must have...
Yeah, it was fun.
Couldn't have hated it too much. I mean, I know I've been threatening you all week, but
It is good, and as you say, once TBP, as us writers know it as, kicks off, it'll all be part of the thing. I mean, it would be... This has got such a scope. If you wanted to sit down and go, okay, tonight we're discussing. You could make it like a news night thing and go. The topic for tonight is, and obviously try and rein it in.
Yeah.
Because obviously this is it stream of consciousness.
Yeah, exactly.
Unconsciousness.
Collective stream of unconscious.
Well, just trains of thought
just
going off.
But that's fun. It's almost like lads in the boozer kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just talking.
Which, that's the next step, actually. You asked me earlier, what's the direction of Bickering Press? One day to open up the Bickering pubs, take over Wetherspoons, because they're shit, and just move it on up.
Okay.
That's the ultimate dream.
Yeah, ultimate dream's cool. You need to maybe scale it back a bit to start.
Yeah, exactly.
Maybe a cafe.
Yeah,
the Bickering Cafe.
Yeah, I mean, there's a little cafe on the corner here called the Sugar and Dice, isn't it?
The board game cafe.
Maybe invade that.
Yeah, I'll buy them out.
Yeah. Oh, you can buy. Yeah, I never thought of that.
Yeah. You don't need to go straight to violence,
Well, the Mafia do.
Yeah.
And they're quite popular, successful organisation.
In loads of films as well.
Wise. I don't wear headphones.
But yeah, no, I as I said, we're still early days at the Bickering Press.
I listened to what you guys did, and the lad with the ladies, wasn't it?
Yeah.
We were doing the ladies, and I've listened to Joe Rogan as I'm passing, going, turn that off, your mother's coming in, that kind of thing. Yeah, shut that down, and there was not a million miles between it.
Yeah. Well, thank you. Because
well, it's not.
That's obviously, as you said, most popular podcast.
Joe Rogan's just talking the same kind of stuff, but with people and himself obviously more high profile.
Yeah, with
that's
reputation behind. Yeah, which I think again, at the start, you got to put in the legwork. You got to get there, and then if you start getting noticed by the right people, then more people might want to appear on it and just.
Right.
It's a thing.
You know, if you make it seem like a fun environment and a few beers and whatever,
you've got to find out what you think's working as well and kind of stick it to that.
Oh, it's all
punching
experiment.
each other over music choices was a bit hard to listen to.
Yeah, I mean, that was.
I'll stop from now on. I think Adam's getting a little tired of losing arguments. Like
yeah, cool.
See, that's cool. That's cool. That's a slap down.
That's a zinger. That's what they call one of it. It's like
no, joking aside. I mean, I guarantee that Rogan doesn't just blah blah. He might, shoot his mouth off for 5 hours, and all of a sudden he might go, "Oh Christ, can't say that. I'll lose that sponsor, or I can't say this because of this."
Yeah, exactly.
It won't be. If it's live, I'd be very surprised. It'd be Swap Shop live.
Well, yeah.
That 4-second delay minimum.
Yeah, easily.
Otherwise, it'd be suicide, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
really?
again, I mean...
Like that fella you said we went into the forest.
The Logan Paul, I was about to bring that up,
I've never heard of that clown.
Well, he's like one of the biggest YouTubers now, and he's one of those...
Oh, yeah, I had that.
Yeah, he's one of those vlogging guys I was talking about.
I'm young than him, I know. I know I know all that stuff.
But no, he's one of the guys who was marketable, who they started putting into films and TV shows and stuff like that. And then, as we said, there's no filtration process, really, to the point that he made this video, and no one was like, that's not a good idea, dude. Yeah. And then, it just completely sort of wrecks him for a little bit. And then it's kind of...
For a little bit, though, this
is the problem, he was kind of like too big to fail. Like, he came back and he did this...
He was Lehman Brothers.
Yeah. But no, he's come back and he did this, like, I think, like, 20-minute video on, like, suicide awareness and all of that. And this is the thing now, like, for people like our age, we were saying, is it a PR stunt? Does he actually believe what he's making a documentary about?
Yeah, definitely. For people my age, I go, it's a PR stunt.
Exactly, but for his millions and millions of fans who are like between the ages of 8 and 15.
That's exactly what they needed.
Is that how old they are?
Yeah, they really are. Like, he's got this like swarm of kids. That's
something
fans,
I think we talked about that for a while, and I think
that's in the
quality of the audio wasn't that great.
Yeah, that's in the lost tapes, as we're going to call them now. We're going to release them.
No, we were talking about...
You don't release them, you leave them on a bus.
Yeah. Just leave my laptop on a bus and just be like, hopefully someone goes through it.
Leave one of them things.
Oh, a pen drive,
Thank you, the dongle, whatever it is. Leave one of them. It's like £2, leave one of them to be found. Or post it to Virgin Media.
I think there was some guy doing that to like release his mixtape. He was just like leaving pen drives on buses all around LA.
I've tried that with books, mate.
Yeah?
Oh God, yeah. I tried that and I thought I'm not getting in it. I've tried Facebook. This is me self-published book, the Mad Dog stuff. And then I thought, right, I'll spend some money, see how it's done. And in a motorcycle biker paper, motorcycle news, its circulation is massive.
Yeah.
So I put a couple of adverts in that, and it cost me a good few quid. What I would consider as a working class lad, it was a lot of money. It would have been easier if I'd just given away free ones with a £20 note in.
Yeah.
Would have cost me less.
Oh, completely.
So this is the thing. I mean, at what point people say advertise, push yourself, do this, and you go, at what point does it become?
Well,
And I look at these YouTubers and that, and I go, I watch my lads watching them, and I'm watching them playing a video game and commentating. I'm going, are you playing this? And they go, no, I'm just watching him play it and talk about it.
Yeah, that's one thing I do not understand.
I'm going, okay, I'm out of here. I don't get this. What do I have to do?
Yeah, like, that's the thing. We were coming up with a concept. I'm going to do a bit of a plug here for it. Like
that's a disgrace because none of us have.
Yeah, true.
Me and Chase have said not about my book.
But no,
Mad Dog Jackson.
But we were thinking like our YouTube thing that we were going to do was going to be like a game of FIFA or a game of whatever, which is like 3 to 5 minutes long.
And it sounds like a real piss poor Game of Thrones.
No, real bad. But like, and then you get given a topic and you sort of argue that, and it's kind of a bit like, have you ever heard of chess boxing? Where they play chess for like 3 minutes and then have a round of boxing. And whoever...
I have heard of it.
You heard about it? So it was going to be similar to that.
I thought it was a comedy sketch. Is that...
No, that's an actual thing. That's an actual thing,
So intellectuals or boxers who know how to move the horsey
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and it's whoever gets knocked out or whoever gets checkmated first.
Does it go in an L?
Yeah.
Yeah, like I genuinely watch it. It's hilarious. Like when someone knows they're about to get checkmated, they go in like heavy, like really, like I'm gonna hit this guy's
so
head
you can
off.
start boxing
at any point.
No. So you have like 3 minutes. Well, I guess with chess you can sort of delay your move a little bit, but obviously you still have the clock so you don't run out of time. So yeah, if you know you're about to get checkmated and you still have time on the clock, you can like wait and then go into the boxing ring to, go in and batter someone. There's some really like, some really like intense moments where people are like,
are you allowed to hit them with the chess pieces?
I don't know. That's I mean, maybe if you're doing it unofficially, like if you're just in a pub and it's like, okay, we'll play chess for 3 minutes, and I'm
chess
you outside
boxing
just
in the pub.
like,
Chess boxing in the pub. I'd like to see that. Yeah.
Well, that's the next promotion for the Bickering Press, isn't it? But yeah, so it's sort of a thing like that. But going back to the YouTube thing, when someone's just playing a game and talking about the game that everyone can see, then that's why I don't know, like I sort of feel videos are a visual thing. I can see what's going on in the game,
right.
So why do I need some guy telling me this is what's happening in the game? And if I see something has great graphics, I'll go, oh wow, look at those graphics, that's really good. I don't need some guy who I've never met going, these graphics are really good. It's like,
I understand reviews, as you say.
Yeah, I understand that, but they're not reviews. They're like 2-hour playthroughs of video games.
It's like watching Match of the Day. I would have thought it's a commentary on a match.
That is what it is.
But see, Match of the Day is highlights, and it's...
No, but I think, you know what I mean. It's like watching a footy match.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Why do they have people talking about the football match when
it's not
you
real.
Could just watch it?
Why I always thought it was
why
for
do
blind
people not watch the tactical cams when they can?
Well, I thought it was either for blind...
It's because it's like... No, I honestly think it's because people need that. They need that kind of connection as if they're watching the game.
Yeah? Like
with somebody else.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. I think it has nothing to do...
I thought it was like a sort of like overflow from the radio generation.
No, I think there is something...
Well, this is what I thought, because as soon as...
Radio generation?
Because as soon as football was
I
shown
remember
on...
telling you,
Well, no, as soon... Yeah, I always thought, like, as soon as football was shown on TV, they had commentators. So I just thought it was like to make the crossover from radio into TV a bit easier.
I think that's the kind of thing. It's like a film without music.
Yeah.
If you watch a film without music, it's a completely different experience.
Yeah.
But if you watch, I don't watch football, as you know, but I can understand the commentary because they get hyped up. And it's kind of hypes you up. And,
okay. I guess I see
mean,
that.
I know what you mean, though. There is no need for them because you can see what's going on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
I mean, maybe this is my own experience, but if I'm watching the game with another person, I don't need the commentary on.
See, that's the thing. I totally agree.
But when
with
I'm
you,
watching it with myself,
because
it's like way too quiet when you have.
Because
you're just.
But when we've been like in the pub watching a game. Yeah, we'll talk about the game. You're not even listening to the commentary. But I've been with some people sometimes where you go into a pub and it's like, they're not playing the commentary in here. Should we go somewhere else? And I'm like, we're not going to hear the commentary. But I guess they just want to hear, as you said, the excitement of, this is happening. And just like I don't know. It's because
if they're not playing the commentary, see that person's
maybe it's getting an idea of the crowd as well.
Yeah, because
like
the commentary. It's not like they isolate the commentary from the actual noise of the stadium. No, because I agree with the stadium noise. I want to
they pipe that in, don't they?
Yeah.
That's not the real stadium noise.
No, but I at least want some kind of indication.
Stadium.
Yeah, it's like watching.
It's like Heinz 57 infield.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
It's like watching a Big Bang Theory. No one's laughing at that. They're just playing that through. Going, this is where the joke was, and you're like, oh, was it? I missed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I do think it has something to do, like, I mean, everybody, like, the catchword is evolutionarily, but like it's something to do with.
You don't want to feel lonely watching the football, do you?
Yeah, you want to be like watching the spectacle with another person. So that's why, like, they always say the host and the color commentator. Really, all they're saying is the smart guy and the
guy
lad,
makes jokes, yeah.
or like it's the guy that kind of has the experience.
Yeah.
I mean, are the pundits annoying? I mean,
I find pundits really annoying.
Well, I think
some pundits
they're bad at hiring. That's what I think.
Yeah, I think they just take on big names who
like I think the best show
who played the sport before, and I think the annoying thing is just because you've played the game before if you play as a striker or a defender, you've got completely different roles.
Right.
So when you see someone who played 25 years as a striker or whatever, talking about what defenders should be doing, it's kind of like, this isn't your field of expertise, and it's simple enough. But then I kind of find when you have people analysing the game who don't actually know what they're talking about, but it's just they played the game
like
before.
Jerome Genius.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, are you serious?
Then it's just like what everyone else is saying in the pub, or it's what everyone else is saying like in your friendship group.
And maybe that's why.
Yeah, he should cut across there.
That's it. Someone's going to get vindicated in the pub, aren't
Yeah.
they?
So they I don't know.
He's got it right, or he hasn't got it right. I mean, John Motson. That's the only name I know.
Yeah. Well,
I think that's why
he was like a legend in it, wasn't he?
I think that's why they have Carragher, like why Carragher and Neville have done so
they
well.
They work
because
quite well together.
Yeah, exactly. They actually have chemistry.
It's
and
like
both of them are
Laurel and
somewhat-
Hardy kind of thing, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
entertaining. Laurel and Hardy.
I don't know.
That's it. Yeah.
Sorry.
I was gonna
You
say.
don't know who Laurel and Hardy are?
No. I'm from a different country, man.
They're from your country.
I don't fucking know these people. If I haven't heard them, there's something wrong, right?
You really don't know who Laurel and Hardy are?
No.
See that silence?
Yeah.
That speaks volumes.
I think something's been
They were-
important
Do
to
you know
guys.
Charlie Chaplin?
Yes.
Yeah, well, they were a funny version of him.
So that's how long ago was that?
1920s.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I wasn't born then, mate. He did history. He wasn't around. What did you history in 1984? Was that your period?
That's when I was at university. A great time. The Clash had just broken up, I think, at that point. It's tough.
You haven't heard of Laurel and Hardy?
No.
Wow, I actually,
I think that's something that's been imported to you guys without us really, like, as a consensus of the society.
You
really.
don't think America knew about Laurel and Hardy?
I've sort of heard the name, but
What about
I don't think
Morecambe and Wise?
You won't have heard of them.
No, I know, but that's like British
Abbott and
equivalent, like
Costello.
a double
Yes.
act.
You've heard of Abbott and Costello, but
Right.
you've not heard of Laurel and Hardy. Well, they were a better version of Abbott and Costello.
Okay.
Like 20 years before them, at least.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Three Stooges.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Of course.
Have you had some your parents censored you from good humour?
I think my parents probably didn't watch it yet. Stuff. It's sort of a bit old even for my
It
parents.
is US stuff, mate.
I know.
No, you don't.
I heard. Well, I heard you say it. I believe you.
Oh, you know that?
I
Oh,
believe-
you-
I believe
You
you.
believe me? Great. What can I sell him?
Laurel and Hardy. It sounds like a brand, honestly.
It does sound a bit
Sounds like a
soap,
chick's
it sounds
brand.
a bit like a soap brand. I think.
They're making clothes in Thailand or something.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I thought Laurel and Hardy was like sort of used as a sort of just phrase for a comedy act.
Yeah.
You know, like a
Abbott and
two-
Costello
a two
makes
pe-
sense to me.
Yeah, I don't know.
But they're
It-
not funny.
But it's all like
I haven't seen them.
Well, you haven't seen the others either.
There's
Or
like
heard of them.
there's way better comedy available, I'm sure.
Like Friends.
Oh, come
Oh,
on. Friends.
I've never heard of that.
Friends is like all right.
I'm
Friends.
not a huge fan of Friends.
I've
I
never
do-
really watched
like
it on
the-
purpose.
Well, now you can on Netflix.
No,
They
no.
all just got uploaded on there.
I
like-
never watched it on purpose. So
Oh,
I don't.
yeah. Okay, I never watched it. You made a point of not watching
No,
it.
I didn't make a point of not watching it. I may have seen it, but I didn't do it on purpose. I may have
Gotcha,
walked into a
gotcha.
room where it was on, and Chandler went, "It's so whatever."
You just walk into rooms a lot and
Yeah.
then see
I'm a
what's on and
burglar.
just walk out.
I mean, books don't sell.
Yeah, you gotta make a
I
living
break into
somehow.
houses.
Well, you gotta make
Support
an
the
income
family.
somehow, not a living.
I
Not
go
quite
in-
that level yet.
I go in and steal Laurel and Hardy box sets and sell it to Americans.
As an educational program.
Yeah, this happened. Get with it. Jesus.
Cool. Right. I think on that note, I think we should probably bring
On
this.
Laurel and Hardy, man?
Yeah, I
Oh,
think it's,
come on.
dude. I think it's gonna get vicious in a.
No, it's not. It's gonna Google it. Oh, this is embarrassing.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to Google something 100 years old.
Is it at least spelled like Laurel, like Laurel?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, mate. Yeah, and A-N-D. Do
Okay.
you want to crack it, Hardy?
Hardy. Okay. Got it.
Is it IE or
I
Y?
still think he's taking the ride here. Definitely. I hope so. I really hope so.
This is what I'm worried about. As I said, we should.
I tell you what, they should never have won it. Never. That's our land. 1775.
I think there are some brown people in America that disagree.
Is that? Are you allowed to call them that? Is that First Nationers or?
It's just. Yeah.
Okay. I'm not getting involved in that. All my rants are completely about washing machines. I've left the big stuff alone.
Yeah, as you said, you cover God, you cover politics.
I've done that already. I sorted that out before I came.
It's washing machines, and tomorrow it'll be like, I went on this shit podcast last night. You know, like,
it's Americans and Lolland Exactly. No, sorry, that's racist. An American and Lauren Hardy.
Oh God,
yeah, you're generalizing at this point.
Yeah, no, I'm specifying now.
Right, yeah, I just get this email tomorrow and it's just like fucking 4,000 words. I'm just, how the fuck do you not know who Lauren Hardy are? Like, God damn it. You know?
I still think he's taking the mic.
Exactly. But yeah, no, as I said, I think we should wind that up. I think we have some good topics. I've enjoyed that.
Did we cover my books? That's it.
I need
to sell 250,000 copies to get myself out of trouble.
Okay. I'll try the best. You know,
It's about, to be honest, 200,000, but 250,000 just to make things interesting.
I said, if you've got any last minute plugs, if you want to go over the names again.
Look at the links below.
Look at the links below.
Don't edit this out, Adam.
No, I won't.
The link below. And if everyone buys a copy, be it Kindle or paperback, I don't mind. No, you'll be making me happy.
Yeah.
And reasonably well off, and then I might write more free stuff for the Bickering Press.
Yeah, exactly. And then everyone's happy. You know? And then I'll be writing a book to stop writing for the Bickering Press, to leave Chase in charge of it all.
And then I'll abandon it altogether.
And then it's
it's the life cycle of publication.
Yeah.
It's like a Disney film, and we're all happy. Yeah.
Exactly. But no, as I said, cheers for coming back in again, Chase, and cheers to Sif for
good talking to you, gentlemen. It was nice
for being our guest tonight. As we've mentioned, his links to his books and his creative adventures will be down in the description.
Below.
This should be a vlog.
Yeah, exactly. Well, maybe they will be in the future. It seems to be the way going forward. But, you know. Anyway, cool. We'll leave it there. All right, guys.
Later.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.